In this video, I'm dealing with one of the toughest weeds in my yard, and I'm gonna spray this weed, 5 different clumps of this same weed with 5 different products, and we're gonna see which one ends up doing the best job on a very common summer weed in the lawn. Let's get started. Today's video is sponsored by Yardbook. If you need a lawn care software, use the one I've been using since 2015. Go to yardbook.com for a free account. Now let me show you the weed, and then I'm gonna show you the products. We're gonna flag these weeds, and we're going to spray them, and we're going to give it a little bit of time, and I want to show you on this video which one gives us the best result. This is the weed. It is a sedge, but it's not nut sedge. This is kyllinga, K-Y-L-L-I-N-G-A. Particular, this might be false green kyllinga. I don't know that, but I think that's what it is. There's different types of kyllingas. I get them confused. All right, I've got a good bit of it here, and some of it already has a little bit of brown on it from something I've sprayed in the past, but it's actually bouncing back. And this particular weed, it likes areas that retain water. So if you got an area, I've seen it by like an air conditioner vent draining out in the yard, and it's causing problems, or just a low spot in the yard that holds water. And anyway, you end up with a lot of this. It's often confused with nut sedge because it is a sedge, it's just not nut sedge. So it grows, in my opinion, you know, it has a little spiky ball on it. Sometimes you'll see. Let me show you some more over here. In nut sedge, I can show you the difference, you know. So look at that, this is nut sedge, okay? You see that? And it's kind of like little singular individual clump, where kyllinga grows in a bigger clump, has a lot more leaves involved. So nut sedge, kyllinga, nut sedge, kyllinga. All right, got that figured out. I mean, look at it, kyllinga, kyllinga, kyllinga. Okay, I believe this is the false green kyllinga here. That one I showed you may be different. So they have this little, you know, little deal on there. Easier to identify as they get more mature. But somebody tell me, does that look like false green kyllinga? You can leave it in the comments. Now, why is it important to talk about the difference in kyllinga versus nut sedge? And there's purple nut sedge and yellow nut sedge. Well, a lot of times certain products will work pretty good on kyllinga or yellow nut sedge, but not so good on purple nut sedge. And I know there's a difference. Purple nut sedge, and I know we're talking about kyllinga in this video, but let me just explain this real quick. Yellow nut sedge stands a little bit, grows a little more vertical, where the leaves on purple nut sedge lay a little flatter. The purple is also a darker leaf than the yellow. The yellow typically grows taller and it shoots up even faster in your lawn. And there's products like Prosedge, for instance, or Sedge Hammer, and they'll do good on yellow nut sedge and purple nut sedge, not so good on the kyllingas in my opinion. But then you got other products like Celero or Certainty that may have some versatility on all of them. So you want to understand, if I'm spraying kyllinga in particular, I might not want to use Prosedge or Sedge Hammer because I don't think it's going to work that good. But, you know, and we can actually test that in this video. But they might work great on purple or yellow nut sedge, okay? And they're a product like Blindside, for instance, it might work good on kyllinga, but not so good on purple nut sedge. May give you a little bit of burn down. So it does help to be able to identify the difference, and it's not too hard to tell the difference in nut sedge versus kyllinga. So let's go introduce 5 products. We'll flag some plots here of kyllinga and mark them, spray them, and then we'll show you the results in this video. While we're doing that, you can go ahead and leave a comment if you want. Tell me what your favorite kyllinga product is. You may even comment which one you think is going to win the race before you watch the end of the video and see what's the go-to product for nut sedge, kyllinga, things like that. As I walk over here to my truck to get the products and get the flags and things, I want to tell you about the 2024 Lawn Care Life Conference. We're doing that. I've done 3 live events in the past. This one's going to be February 23rd and 24th in Springville, Alabama, near Birmingham. We've got 300 seats available. People are already buying tickets. My friend Paul Jameson of the Green Industry Podcast helped me put this together. We got Naylor Taliaferro, Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nuts coming, Caleb, Brittany Allman, Jeremiah Jennings, some of my friends, and we're gonna have a great time. It's a Friday night, and most of the day Saturday. All meals are included, and the early bird ticket price is $197. You can get those, and we encourage you to go ahead and get them if you want to come, but you can go to lawncarelife.com to get those. And also where you can find my resources like the Weed Control and Fertilization Academy. If you want to get into weed control and fertilization like I am, then you want to maybe check that out. It's mostly for warm season grasses, but it can help you make the switch from mowing into weed control and fertilization if that's what you're looking to do. And all those things are at lawncarelife.com. Let's get the products lined up, show them to you. I got a lot of stuff to spray, and then we'll spray and see what we can make happen with the kyllinga. Okay, Now, we're counting 5 products here, but I'm gonna trick you just a little bit. I've actually got a 6th product. 2 of these I'm gonna combine in 1 tank. And the 6th product, I don't have to show you anymore because I emptied the bottle. Actually, hold on, that might not be true. Okay, I think it is true. Solitaire is the missing product that I'm not gonna show you. Solitaire, I use it a lot of times as a crabgrass post-emergent product. It has sulfentrazone in it, which is the active ingredient found in Dismiss. And so one product that I use a lot, sometimes that's not here, is called Blindside, but it also has sulfentrazone in it, as well as Dismiss NXT has sulfentrazone. So Dismiss NXT is sulfentrazone and carfentrazone, where the Solitaire is sulfentrazone mixed with quinclorac, I believe. So we're going to get plenty of sulfentrazone action, even though I'm not using Blindside in this particular video. So I've got them all mixed up except for the Dismiss NXT. I got to mix that one up. So here's the way it's going to go. Here's my combinations I'm using. I've got Celero mixed up. I'm going to do Dismiss NXT. 2 that I'm combining, I've got Celsius and Certainty mixed together, and I use that as a summer combination. I like it. Does pretty well in hot weather without dinging up the turf. It gets a lot of weeds in warm season grass. You wouldn't want to use that on your cool season lawns. So I've already got those 2 mixed up together. Kyllinga is actually on the label of both of them, I believe. I think the Certainty is probably more effective. I feel pretty confident about that on the Kyllinga, but just letting you know for the sake of the video, it does have Celsius mixed in there with it. We're going to try Prosedge, though I don't have high hopes for it. Again, it would be a great product on purple or yellow nut sedge. I'm not too optimistic on how it's going to do, but we're going to test it out and see. So, all right, so we got Prosedge, Celsius, and Certainty would make a second one. Dismiss NXT would make 3. Celero would make 4, and then Solitaire would make 5. So 5 different plots that we're going to spray. I'm going to write the names of those products on the back of these flags, mark the 5 plots, try to find equal looking plots to make it a fair challenge here, and then we'll get over there and start spraying, and we're going to check on the results. All right, I've got the Dismiss NXT mix, and I've added to all of the mixtures this non-ionic surfactant that's going to help it become more effective. So got everything mixed up. Also, I've got 5 plots marked with these 5 flags. Got the names of the herbicides on the back of the flag so I can keep them separated in my mind. I probably will cut the grass at some point before this video's over. Not sure. I may just avoid this section so I don't disturb it and disturb my test results. Though mowing, I don't think would make a big difference, to be honest with you. As far as mixing goes, my typical practice has been to mix most stuff at the high rate, but then I spray it very lightly, just trying to get it wet. I will say I'm not sure if that's ideal on sedges, because I think sometimes good coverage on the leaf is better. So it might be better to mix it at a middle rate, but get a little bit better coverage on the leaves. But nonetheless, I've been doing this for years. I think it works fine and getting good results. So I do want to try to get good coverage, but just spray lightly. The hotter the weather, the more likely you are to get some turf damage. Should be minimal, but it's possible, especially with some of these sulfentrazone products. So the Solitaire and the Dismiss NXT would be the 2 I would be more concerned about that with. On a Bermuda grass lawn, which is what we're dealing with, that's not a huge concern. If anything, it may ding it up just a little bit, but it should bounce back quickly. All right, let's spray all 5 plots. Got my PPE on. This is rubber gloves, rubber boots, long sleeve shirt. We'll start with the Dismiss NXT since I just freshly filled it up. Don't make fun of this little 1-gallon sprayer. I've got a lot of sprayers. This was the last one I had available. Well, one of the last ones at least. So this is one that the Dismiss NXT got mixed into. Let's find the right flag for Dismiss NXT. That's Solitaire, Celero, Prosedge, NXT right here. Here we go. Gotta pump it up. Rookie mistake there. All right, just spray them lightly, okay? Nothing crazy here. Trying to be realistic. This is Celsius and Certainty mixed together. This is a Milwaukee handheld battery thing, and it is awesome. It's over here. All right. All right, we got Solitaire up next. Be interested to see how fast it takes to get some results. I don't think it's going to take that long. This is the Prosedge. Basically just spraying 1 clump each. Lastly, we got Celero. All right, the hard part's over. Now I just gotta make observations, Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know who you think is going to win the race. But we're check back on these and see what happens. Now, it may take like multiple applications. I'm not going to do it in this video to actually kill it off. I don't know. Other thing I want you to know about kyllinga, this is something I've been doing. The last couple of years, I've sprayed Specticle Flow, which is a pre-emergent for warm season grass. I put that out in April or May, and I've seen a noticeable difference in the amount of kyllinga that I'm seeing in lawn. I think that Specticle really does a lot to help with some of the annual sedges. Anyway, that's one suggestion if you really got a problem with it. The other thing you could do, we're not doing that in this video, is like dismiss, just regular old dismiss, which I also have. You can spray it at like 6 ounces or 8 ounces per acre, or spot treat it, you know, at a significantly lower rate or whatever, but or mix it lower rate and just spot treat it. But at 6 to 8 ounces per acre, you spray it. I mean, it will give you a good burn down. And I think if you do that a second time, like 6 ounces, and then come back and do another 6 ounces, what I've been told, when you get to like 12 ounces, then you'll start actually killing some off. But I mean, one application of just dismiss, which is sulfitrazone. Again, we talked about, we got sulfitrazone in some of these products, but it definitely gives you a burn down. That'll last a while, okay, but maybe a second application. I'm talking about if you just had a real bad problem of kyllinga where you're just covered in it, which I've seen some yards that look terrible. So those are a couple options, the dismiss or maybe the Specticle Flow. The Specticle Flow, obviously an expensive product, but for pre-emergent, it does also help. So let's check back on the results soon. I think it's been 5 days since we sprayed the different herbicides on the kyllinga, and let's check on the results and see what it's looked like so far. This won't be our final checkup. I just want to give you an initial checkup so we can see what's going on. All right, first up, we've got Solitaire. Now, we've had a lot of rain lately, and to be honest with you, I don't see much happening at all. I thought more would happen with that earlier because of the sulfitrazone in there with it, but not much going on. Let's see, Prosedge. I feel like that's going to be our last place contestant here. Still not a lot going on. Might only be one of them I'm actually seeing a whole lot of action on. Dismiss NXT, even not a whole lot going on. This one looks like it has a little bit more. Let's see which one this is. Celero, okay. So we're finally getting a little bit of results. I can see some more browning on the Celero, so that's good. And then this one also looks like maybe a little bit as well. Celsius uncertainty combination. You can see what it looks like. So we're gonna obviously have to give this some more time. This is not impressive after 5 days, but that's okay. It's not a race, but just wanted to show you what it looks like up to this point. We'll check back soon and see if we can get some more results. All right, let's give the final results on this kyllinga. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit confused. We have some good results, some bad results, some confusing results, and a new thing I want to show you with some that wasn't in the initial trial that I was encouraged by a little bit. So let's take a look and see what the final results are. And I want you guys to answer something in the comments if you get a chance. All right, sorry for the shadows this morning. I'm out here before it gets too hot. I want to show you, I started looking at these plots, and I tell you, some of them are just disappointing to say the least. So this one's Solitaire. I wasn't expecting a whole lot with Solitaire, but you know, we'll expect a little bit more than that. Not impressed with that at all. Prosedge, same thing. I wasn't expecting much from that, and it delivered by not delivering much. Now again, doesn't mean these are bad products. Solitaire is great for other things. I use it for wild violet. I use it post-emergent on crabgrass. Prosedge is great on purple and yellow nut sedge, but not doing great on this. And then this was the one that I was just straight up confused about, because this is Dismiss NXT. And if you have used this product, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, but I mean, I was expecting really good results from Dismiss NXT, and I just didn't get it. Now, I just don't know that we got to give this much more time. It's been probably 12 days or so. Now, maybe if I mowed it, would it stunt the growth some? I don't know. But I was expecting a lot more visible results from that. I'm just wondering if somewhere I went wrong with the Dismiss NXT. Now, this one is the Celero, and you can see a lot more visible damage. And I do think if I cut the grass and mow that it's not going to grow back as fast. It's going to stay down lower with the turf. Now this Bermuda here is a little bit thin and not doing great. Probably part of the reason it got weeds all in it. But anyway, I think got pretty good results on the Celero, which I expected to get. And the Celsius Certainty combo, again, kyllinga's on both the label. And again, some of these might be kyllingas, some might be globe sedge. There's just a lot of them that just get a little bit confusing. Honestly, that one looks like the best results. I mean, slightly ahead of Celero. Now, I've heard a new farm rep say that Celero is their best sedge product, Certainty being a close second. But maybe when you add the Celsius in there with it, which also has kyllinga on the label, I believe, you might even get a little better action. So the point being, the Celsius Certainty, very happy with the way it looks. Again, it's probably not dead. You could do a follow-up application, something like that, if you wanted to, but I think this is gonna keep it down for a while. The Celero, very happy. Dismiss NXT, disappointed. And the Prosedge and Solitaire, you know, I wouldn't say disappointed because I didn't have high hopes for those anyway. But late developing news, see my footprints in the dew here. The other day I was out spraying and I had some dismiss mixed in the tank, like 6 ounces per acre of just regular old dismiss. And I came and I just thought, I'm just gonna drive through here and spray it. I got sedges galore. And you can see all this nut sedge here. And this is what it does. It just burns it. Look at that. I mean, pretty good results, honestly. And just came through and just burned it. And you can look at that compared to what wasn't treated. And again, this may be I don't know if that's false green kyllinga or what it is. But I was just showing you that I did get some pretty good results just with dismiss, which is a lot cheaper product and one that you could blanket spray as long as the weather's not too hot. So, and this is on nut sedge, but pretty good results with just regular dismiss. And again, these spray with dismiss as well, I believe. You see, you get some burn down. Honestly, it looks like it outperformed the Dismiss NXT, which again, I don't understand. I thought Dismiss NXT was a great product. I'm just wondering if I did something wrong. All right, so we got the results back. Let me hear what you think in the comments. Also wanted to mention the Lawn Care Life Conference coming up. It's February 23rd, 24th of 2024. Got a lot of people coming. Go to lawncarelife.com and there's a link for conference. You can find details there. It's a Friday night and all day Saturday event. Your meals are included. Early bird pricing is $197, so a pretty good deal in Springville, Alabama, outside of Birmingham. Also, if you want to get into weed control and fertilization like me, learn more about this, especially if you're dealing with warm season grasses, which is what I do, then I have the Weed Control and Fertilization Academy. Information about that is over at lawncarelife.com. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and we'll see you guys in the next video.